Hi, welcome to the Amber Show. It's almost over the hump day. Happy Wednesday. How is everyone? Hope everybody's doing great. It's 106 degrees where I am at home in New York. It's going up to almost 100 degrees. All over the world we're having heat waves, and it's really not good. If you can get out that heat, don't stay in it long, and don't forget to stay hydrated. Okay, I have some news for you. Let's get with it. Okay, Mariah Carey, she's moved on with this billionaire. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Well, he's not the most handsomest of men. So the question is, would you rather be with a billionaire who looks like Shrek, or would you rather be with a guy who looks like Denzel and has no money? I'd like to hear some comments about that. Me personally, I'm not a gold digger, not a G-O-L-D digger in my day before married life, but I was a G-O-A-L digger, and I would prefer you to have both, but I'll take a ugly billionaire any day. Just me personally, that's just how I feel. All right, so good luck, Mariah. I hope that you do have some feelings for him, because of course she's not going with him just because he's a billionaire, because she's already got plenty of money. And so just her being able to get over her breakup with Nick is a good thing, where you're able to, not be depressed and downtrodden. So I'm glad for her if he makes her happy. Okay, I want to talk about Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a place I love to go to when I'm in New York and Detroit. There is no Whole Foods here in Florida, but I've just found out some news. Whole Foods has been accused of overcharging their customers. The food labels were shown by investigators that the actual weight was more on the label. It's the worst case of overcharges ever. The inspectors have even seen the commissioner of the Department of Consumer Affairs has reported, for example, that the inspectors weighed chicken tenders that were priced at $9.99 per pound, when customers were actually overcharged $4.33, and some were even overcharged $4.85. So Whole Foods has been doing overall an excessive amount of overcharging people, and it ranged from 80 cents for like some pecans up to $14.84 for a package of coconut shrimp. So, and it's funny because when you go to Whole Foods, it always does end up costing you a lot of money. But they kind of rush you. They have these long lines, and they have every register has, they have people working at the registers, not like when you're at Walmart, and they have like 20 registers and only 2 people at a register. They actually use up all their registers, and they have an express lane for people, and they're moving you through, so you're not really paying attention to what you're paying for. So now when you go, make sure that you see what the person is weighing, how much it is per pound, and that your label is giving you the correct amount. If you're not getting the correct amount, Whole Foods will give you a refund. In the past, Whole Foods has been fined $58,000 for more than 800 violations in New York. You can get your refund, again, like I said, and make sure you just pay attention to what it is that you are buying. Hugh called his pills Hugh Hefner is who I was trying to see on my notes. Hugh Hefner, Holly Madison has written a book. She was one of the girls next door, one of the girls that he was going with when he was with Kendra and the other girl. And Holly Madison has now written a book about Hef. I talked about it before, and she's talking about how terrible it was and how bad she hated being at the mansion. The mansion smelled, and there was dog urine all over the rugs, and the furniture was cheap in the girls' rooms, and all the girls had to have sex with Hugh, and he gets to watch them have sex and things like that, and that he used to ask them if they wanted a pill. And Bill Cosby hung out at the mansion all the time. And I wonder if they were all these old rich guys and even younger rich guys were giving these girls, that are trying to get in the spotlight, trying to be somebody, or just trying to find a rich man, those same pills that Bill Cosby has been accused of. Hugh Hefner, she said Holly Madison was quoted as saying he asked her if she wanted one of the pills, and he called them thigh openers. So I believe they were all doing that. Does anybody know about the Prancing Elites? They're on Oxygen, the reality show. They're gay black dancers. They're quite funny and different and unique. If you want some entertainment and a good laugh, watch the Prancing Elites. They were actually kind of discovered through Shaquille O'Neal. He had seen them before, and he twittered that they were really good. So give it, if you like that kind of program. They're very athletic, and they're very unique and funny and different, and very flair. So give it a try. Those escapees are still on the run in New York, who escaped from Dannemora, from Clinton Correctional Facility. They've been gone a long time now, almost 3 weeks. They may have gotten away with this. I almost don't want to hear that they got caught. Sometimes you're just for the bad guy. I know these guys are murderers, though, so it's really a totally different thing. I remember when Larry Davis in New York, he had got these cops that came to kill him, and because he was about to tell that all these cops were shaking him down, and they were actually working on his payroll, and he was about to bust all of them in New York, so they came to his house to kill him, to actually assassinate him. He jumped over a 30-foot fence and shot back at them and got away, and he was on the run for a long time. And I remember when it happened that everybody was for Larry Davis. It was like you were for O.J. Simpson. Sometimes we just want the bad guy to get away because there's so much injustice in the world. These guys are dangerous guys, though, so I'm not going to say that I want them to get away. But it's definitely going to be a movie in the making. They're still on the run. And Joyce Mitchell, she is the correction officer, the employee at the prison who helped them escape. She's now said that she got frozen meat, and that's how they were able to get the tools inside to the inmates that escaped. So the search continues. A guy woke up with a bike lock wrapped around his neck. The bike locks that you put on your bike when you're going to leave it, especially in New York, people know about that. After a drunken night, his friends did it as a prank, and they didn't have a key. So his mother called the fire department. The fire department could not get it off with just trying to saw it off. They couldn't get it off. They tried to beat it off with hammers. The fire department tried cutters, but it only left marks on the lock. They had to end up getting a circular saw had to be used. They need to use that in the next Hangover sequel. That would be so funny. All right, so 16-year-old Russian billionaire. He pays people to do disgusting things like make out with him, show their breasts, show their vagina, drink his urine, and he gives them cash money. He has nothing else to do with himself. He's bored, so he actually has a YouTube channel where you can check it out, and he just goes around and people actually have drank his urine for money. He just gives them cash money, and lots of it. So you can check him out if you want. I don't really know his name. Just look up Russian billionaire who does pranks and gets you to do anything, and girls are doing it. One guy punched him in the face. They have that on the YouTube channel as well, where he got punched in the face. So it didn't work for everybody, but for most people it did. And that was one of the guys he had asked to drink his urine and punched him in the face. But then turns out another guy he asked to drink his urine did do it and got paid for it. Rick Ross was arrested on kidnapping. Him and his bodyguard, they were arrested on kidnapping and assault charges. He was having work done on his property and in Fayette County, and he got into a fight with one of the workers, and he allegedly pistol whipped him. Also, Rosie O'Donnell, her marijuana woes. She's broken up with her wife, and they're having problems as far as what the divorce is concerned. they had a prenup, but the wife wants more, and her and Rosie had a child together where they had, Rosie adopted the child or whatever, and they are fighting over custody of the child. And Rosie O'Donnell's wife has stated that Rosie is an unfit mother, that she's a drunk, and she smokes marijuana. Rosie says it's not true. The courts did say that Rosie did not have to take a test to prove that she smokes marijuana, but Rosie said, I'll do it anyway. Rosie did the test, and she failed the test. She was found positive for marijuana. I have no idea why she did it. Now, there is a problem with that, and we'll hear later on about what's going to happen with that. Obviously, Rosie didn't know how long it takes for marijuana to get out your system. Okay, we can't, how everything is politically correct. You can't say certain words anymore, so like the word midget, for example, you got to say little people. Well, I say midget because it describes what I'm talking about. You'll know right away what I'm talking about when I say a midget. And I don't mean it negatively, but we know what I'm talking about when I say it. Well, in Atlanta, they have a strip club, all midgets. All the women are midgets, the bodyguards are midgets, the strippers are midgets, the bartenders are midgets. Everybody there, even the people that work in the bathrooms, everybody is a midget. So one of the girls there, her name is Juicy, and she said that she doesn't particularly care for the word, but she just calls herself Juicy. But you can look them up as well. Okay, you guys, it just had some good information, some funny information, and some informative information. You guys have a great day. I am so hot. I'm like, Nelly, it's getting hot in here. I want to take off all my clothes. Have a nice day. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.